and I'm always fascinated by this. Who are the people, no matter what anybody does, no matter how notorious they are, no matter who they are, no matter what they've done, who are the people that go and stand outside a prison and cheer and fucking clap when somebody is put to death? Who are these fucking weirdos?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying, and that brings up a interesting topic.
Yeah.
Hang on, I can't remember what this guy's name is. I'll tell you here in just a second. I was watching some videos today.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Owen Schroyer?
No.
This guy, he works for InfoWars.
Okay.
And he goes out to he's kind of like that Millie Weaver.
Okay.
But, he's a dude. And he goes out to all of these events where people are waving signs and they're protesting and they're, they're marching and they're, chanting and, just like what you just mentioned, standing outside of a prison and clapping or chanting or whatever.
Right.
So he shows up at all these events.
Right.
Whether it's a woman's march or whether it's some kind of a protest. Okay. And he walks around and talks to people, or at least attempts to talk to people.
Okay.
And asks them why they're there. Why are you here?
Okay.
And a lot of these protests, especially recently, is always against Donald Trump.
Of course it is.
And he always goes around and says, "Why are you here?" "Because I'm protesting Trump."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "What don't you like about Trump?" "He's an asshole." Well, more specifically, why don't you like Trump? "Because he's an idiot."
Yeah, because he's racist.
Well, again, it's like, well, outside of that, what is it that you don't like about Trump? He's just a jagoff.
Yeah, they have no answer.
Yeah, no answer. And he asks all kinds of people, "Why are you here? What are you protesting?" "I'm protesting Trump." and it's just like, okay, what don't you like about it? "Fuck Trump." Well, why? What don't you like about him? "Because he's a dick."
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Thanks.
They never get into specifics ever.
Because they don't have any.
I know, but that's just bizarre to me that people will leave their house, make a sign, march in a rally, and they don't even know why they're there.
Dude, it just shows how easily people are led. That's really what it shows. It just shows that these fucking people, every one of them is just an easily led douchebag.
I know.
If you can't... If somebody asks you, what are you here for? And you can't say, well, I'm here because I don't think that this is this and that is that. You can't fucking bring an issue. Then you're just a fucking easily led dummy.
Right.
You're just a dummy.
Well, then, some of the people go, well, because he's a racist. Okay, why is he a racist? Where did you hear that? Because he just is.
Yeah, because he wears that red hat.
It's just like, well, what did he say that's racist? He hates black people.
Dude, stop it. That red hat is the new Klan hood.
I know, that's your girlfriend.
Yeah, she's a fucking dummy.
I know. But the whole thing is, well, because he hates black people.
Yeah.
Well, where did you hear that? And how do you know he hates black people? Because he's a racist. It's like, what?
People stink.
I know, it's the worst. And he's just trying to get them to, say whatever it is that, and I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, that's always or call a name too.
Yeah.
You're a bigot and a racist too. I'm not speaking to you.
Yeah.
Fucking jizzballs.
I know. So it's the same thing with the people at the prison. Yeah. But what would compel you to actually leave your house?
I'm going to tell you what would compel me to leave my house. If they had killed one of my own kids.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a damn thing. I can't imagine that watching some fucking story for 6 months about some guy. Let's say this isn't that old, but it's old now. Remember the Washington killer, the John Muhammad, and then the kid?
Oh yeah, that Malvo.
Yeah, Malvo.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. If they just all of a sudden said, now I watched that story. I followed that story pretty close.
I did too. You know? I was where was I when I was driving regional at that time and following that story on a daily basis.
Sure. So let's just say they came out tomorrow and said, we're going to put him to death. There's zero chance either one of us who both followed that story, watched every news piece we could on that shit, is going to drive down to D.C. to whatever prison to fucking watch him be put down.
Right.
And not watch him be put down, but stand outside the prison and wait for some family member to come walking out with his thumb up in the air. And then we're going to cheer. Woo!
Yeah.
He's dead. Woo! Who gives a shit? You know what? As far as I'm concerned, he never was alive.
Right.
He doesn't exist in my world. He's a blip on the screen. That's where I always get lost with it, is that people, they transfer this false sense of relationship to TV.
Yeah.
You know, they see John Benet Ramsey and they all of a sudden, oh, she was such a cute kid, and all of a sudden they have like feelings about this kid.
Yeah.
This fucking kid. Yeah, it sucks. The kid got killed. But you know what? If the kid didn't get killed, you never would have known that person existed in her entire life.
Right.
So stop pretending like it's some...
This affects you personally somehow.
Yeah. And you have some moral obligation to see justice done. Shut the fuck up. You have no obligation to see justice done for any stranger.
Yeah.
There's probably been somebody killed within 1,000 yards of your house, and I bet you didn't fucking go looking to see what happened to their fucking killer either. You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
People stink.
They do.
I hate them.
Yeah. That Owen Schroyer guy, you know, he's out there just trying to interview people, and he tried to interview some guy, you know, this guy's spouting off at him. He goes, "You want to talk, sir? Come over here and talk," you know? And he goes, "I'm not talking to you. You're an asshole."
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you. But yet this guy will yell at him from afar. Mm-hmm. So he goes, well, come on the mic. Then talk to me. You know, it's like you obviously got something to say. What do you want to say? So this guy wouldn't talk to him. But later this guy comes back and he made a little sign walking around with a sign that says, "This guy's an asshole." And he's walking around. This guy's walking behind him with a sign with an arrow. "This guy's an asshole."
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Boy, you're really making me upset now.
Yeah. But it's just the funniest goddamn thing. And it's just like, I personally don't know anybody like that who would actually go out to somewhere with a sign and, you know, march, and I have no idea why I'm here. And it's like, who are these people? Where do they live? Where do they come from?
I don't know anybody that has ever been to one of these protests about Trump.
Well, any protest, you know,
I've told that story before. I went in 2002, I guess it would have been. You know, I went down to stand with the cops and the pro-war people. You know, because I was definitely all about fucking going into Afghanistan and killing.
Right.
Oh, you know, I was definitely for that. So I went and stood and fucking fought with the anti-war people. But you know, that was a long time ago. I was 20 whatever years old at that point. You know, I was younger. But you know, I'm talking about now. Like, you know, going back to the red hat for a second. You're out more than I am. Have you seen one of these fucking hats?
No, I have not seen a one.
in 2 fucking years.
Nope.
In 2 years, I have not seen one. Now, I admit, I go out of my way to not even ever go into a grocery store or a store or anywhere where there's people.
I'm with you on that.
But last night, I was in a room with 18,000 people.
Yes.
And I saw 0 MAGA hats.
Right.
I didn't see one red hat. The closest I came to it was I saw a guy wearing a Patriots hat.
Sure.
That was as close as I got to seeing one of these things. And it makes me wonder, where is all this stuff going on that everybody's allegedly upset about? Where are these MAGA hats that are fucking somehow Klan related or whatever?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing it anywhere.
I don't know. I really don't. And the thing is I've seen people, especially like on a YouTube video, that are interviewed.
Yeah.
And they ask them questions like, why is the Make America Great Again hat, why is that racist?
Mm-hmm.
And the overwhelming response is because that's all about the white people.
Is it?
And it's like, well, why do you think that? Is that because CNN said that, or you saw it on MSNBC, or where did you get that idea, or did you read that on Facebook or something?
Right.
You know, they don't have a reason. They don't know.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, somebody Twittered me about a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And it fit right into our scenario here oftentimes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's a chick on her cell phone, and her boyfriend, she's like looking at her cell phone, and her boyfriend says, well, what are you outraged about now?
Right.
And she says, I don't know. They haven't told me yet.
Sure. Well, dude, the people are so easily led these days. It's not even funny. You know, I was watching Cumia this week, and he had Ann Coulter on.
Yeah, he's a racist.
Yeah, of course. And so's Ann Coulter, obviously.
Yeah, well, she's white and she's blonde.
Right, of course. So she's a big-time racist. So, but she put out an idea, and she was joking. But I am, especially since we do tend to talk a lot of politics on this show, I'm tempted to do this. She put out an idea for a show, and I might want to do it some week just to try it.
Okay.
She said what she wants to do is take like 2-minute clips of Rachel Maddow and play them and have people call in and see and guess if it's a clip from now or a year ago. Because it's the point being that it's so agenda driven, and that there's no change in their agenda.
No, not at all.
That people wouldn't be able to tell if the clip was from yesterday or 18 months ago.
Well, that is true, but that's the whole thing, and I learned this from Blackie Lawless.
Yeah,
talking to him, and you know, I think Blackie is a very, very intelligent guy.
Sure,
he's very astute and whatnot. But, you know, the thing is this goes back to the whole propaganda machine, especially of disinformation, right? That if you keep beating a drum for so long, finally that message will be the mantra.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's what our media does today. Is they just keep beating that same drum day after day after day after day, and that becomes the mantra, whether it's true or not. It's just like Trump sucks, Trump sucks, Trump sucks, day after day after day for 2 years and straight, and it's like, yeah, Trump does suck. What are you out here for? Because Trump sucks.
Yeah, pal.
Why does he suck? Because he's an asshole.
So that Indian is literally, he's the literal definition of what's actually going on out there. He's just beating his drum next to a guy with a red hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too funny.
But that's where we live, though, unfortunately, because that people, your general normie, thank you, Kendall, buys into that.
Yeah, I guess.
They just buy into that. Yeah, because he's an asshole, and he's a racist, and he sucks.
Too funny. Dude, it's funny because now, for the first time, I swear to God, for the first time since Trump has been the president, these are the first pictures of any of our fans that I've seen with the MAGA hats.
Oh, really?
There's Kendall posted. My God, Kendall must want to fucking blow Trump as many hats as she's got. Jesus, she's got like 6 hats. And then Rock and Roll Cole there's a picture of him wearing his MAGA hat.
Well, I don't own one, but,
Would you wear it?
Would I wear it? I don't really wear hats.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Would you like it? Because I'll go out and buy you one, but you have to wear it to like the next show that you go to.
Okay. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, most people, a lot of people, would never approach me to begin with.
Oh, that's true too, because you're a very intimidating man.
Well, that's what I've been told anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing is most people wouldn't say anything.
No, because I look like I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't put you in that. I wouldn't do that anyway, just for the fact that why invite some fucking cunt to come up to you? That's if you were at a Trump rally, see, and that's always been my thing. These MAGA hats, in my head, they're really nothing more than like wearing when you go to a show and you buy the shirt.
Yeah, well, it's wearing the uniform.
Yeah, if you go to a Trump rally, of course you wear a MAGA hat.
But that guy, a few weeks ago, who was at that smoke shop?
Yeah.
He's in here doing racist things. It's like, I just came in here to buy some vape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's wearing racist gear.
Well, at least he stood up to it and said, fuck you.
Yeah, well, I know, but see, that's the whole thing. It's just like the guy wears a Trump hat or a Trump shirt or whatever, and immediately he's a racist.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. This Owen Schroyer guy, he's got a bunch of videos out there. They're pretty short.
All right.
But he was at some rally, and there was a lot of black people there, right? Mm-hmm. And he was just walking around trying to interview some of these people about, why don't you like Trump? Mm-hmm. And one guy said to him, "You've got a lot of balls coming down here where there's a lot of black folk doing your racist shit." And he goes, "What am I doing that's racist? I'm just down here interviewing people." Well, look at what you're wearing, bro. You're doing a lot of racist shit.
And what was he wearing?
He was wearing a Trump is my president shirt.
Oh, people need to get over that bullshit. Just get over it. I can't imagine being so mad about somebody's clothes.
Yeah, well, that's what the guy goes, "Well, I sure hope you don't get hurt down here."
Yeah. And that's when he should have fucking flashed him a pistol and said, "Yeah, I won't."
but that's the whole thing. He goes, "What am I doing that's racist? I'm just standing here with a microphone."
Mm-hmm. And then people wonder why so many of us are carrying these days.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. Because when somebody makes an assessment that has nothing to do with reality and comes at you over it, then you fucking put one in their fucking face.
Yeah.
Boom. Fucking assholes.
But it's just amazing the brainwashing out there that people really can't think for themselves.
Yeah.
They're just told that if you see this, that means racism.
Yeah. Well, how crazy is it going to be if he gets reelected?
Well, he's going to get reelected.
I don't think that he won't, but I don't know. I think it's going to be... Whew. I think we're going to have violence like we've never seen at the voting booths.
There's a lot of rhetoric and talk out there, but I don't. Have we heard about any violence breaking out anywhere?
No, I mean we've seen those videos of people trying to intimidate at the voting booths, but I don't think we've actually seen violence happen.
Yeah, we haven't seen any violence. There's like I said, there's a lot of talk and rhetoric, but you haven't heard anyone break out into a brawl.
Yeah. No. You know what I hope happens though, if he does get reelected? I hope to God that one of these blabbermouth celebrities commit suicide.
That'll never happen.
That would make me so happy. Wouldn't that be great if Trump reelected, Rosie cuts her head off?
Nah.
That would be fucking tremendous.
Too much. They're cowards.
Yeah.
Yap. That's all I got.
Just talk.
That's it. Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, boys, it's Lou from the Lou.
Hey, Lou from the Lou. Well, sometimes people actually enjoy your phone calls.
Yeah, well, I tell you, to see Rosie cut her head off, I would enjoy giving Chris there a handy if that would happen.
How about that, Chris? Lou from the Lou would give you a handy if Rosie cut her head off.
Sorry, Lou, but Rosie lives.
Well, yeah, I'd take one for the team, but on that. But I can honestly say I wear my Magna hat and I carry. So, shit hits the fan, I'm going to be ready.
Well, Lou, if you're truly wearing a MAGA hat, has anyone approached you and made a deal out of it?
No, because of where I live at. Everybody's kind of in the same boat where I live at. I mean, we're 99.5% white here, so that's by design.
So are you associating the MAGA hat with being white?
Well, yeah, because the media told me. It's the same as wearing a Klan hood.
Okay. Now, well, wait, before you go, Lou, I got to ask you something because this is a controversial subject here on the show. Since the MAGA hat has been, deemed the new Klan hood, would you bang Alyssa Milano even though she still has that opinion?
Oh, I'd angry fuck the shit out of her, man.
Would you wear your MAGA hat while you banged her doggy style?
Yeah, and she wouldn't be able.
Let me take it one further. Would you wear a Hillary shirt so you could bang her?
God, no.
I would.
I wouldn't wipe my ass with a Hillary shirt. Ugh. Fucking gink.
I would probably vote for Hillary if I could bang Alyssa Milano for the vote. I'm just being honest here.
Yeah, I don't know what to say after that. I'm at a loss for words. But no, I mean, wearing the "Make America Great Again" hat is no different than if you were wearing a Obama hat that said "Hope" or "Yes, he can" or "Yes, we can" or whatever. Right. There's no difference. It's just a slogan. It's just people are just numbnuts. Complete numbnuts. They too lazy. They want to be spoon-fed information because they're too stupid to go figure it out on their own. But while we're on the racist topic, what do you think about Governor Coon Man over there in Virginia?
Well, we'll talk about that. I have that on the agenda for the evening, and we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'd vote for him. But yeah, here's the thing. When this guy was running for governor, the Republicans, it's almost impossible to not have your skeletons brought out to the forefront. When he was running for governor in Virginia, the Republicans couldn't dig this up. They couldn't find this.
Well,
were they not even trying?
Well, the thing is that typically Republicans are not They don't dig up dirt.
Well, that's all great and dandy, but when the other side's doing it,
Well,
I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, but the thing is when you think about all the scandals that have hit the news media, what we call the news media today, 9 times out of 10, it's not some Republican digging up old tweets, old, his history stuff. It's only when a Republican is doing something that they dig deep into the past.
You're right, but these days you gotta fight fire with fire.
And
you know what they're going to dig up.
Well, of course, and I'm not going to argue that, but yes, it is interesting that a Democrat is under fire for, the whole blackface and the Ku Klux Klan, even though they are the ones that started all that back decades ago.
Yeah, a fact that gets overlooked and kind of forgotten.
Yeah, of course. But regardless of that, we'll see how the Dems will circle the wagons here, and this guy won't step down. They'll just gloss over it like it never happened, or they'll make an excuse for it, like, oh, well, he was just a young guy. And
Megyn Kelly loses her job for doing it as a kid.
Yes,
and this guy's going to keep his job. And there ain't people grabbing their pitchforks and their torches and uprising over this double standard. It's like Rush Limbaugh said, we have a two-class justice system, two-tier justice system. And whether you're guilty or not depends on if you have an R or a D by your name.
I can already tell you how the Democrats are gonna get past this governor. And it's going to be somewhat hypocritical, but it's going to be the play they're going to move. Well, we let Kavanaugh get in as the Supreme Court justice, and he had his thing. So this guy should keep his job as well.
Yeah, he raped a woman.
Yeah, and
raped numerous.
Supreme Court justice.
I mean, he was running around campus with his dick out of his pants, raping everything on 2 legs. I mean, he was a mad rapist.
Yep.
Raped him. But even though nobody's got proof, and, he's raping these people left and right at these rape parties they're holding, yet these girls kept going to every one of them. I mean, jeez. I mean, hey, they're having a rape party. Yeah, let's go. It's just whatever. And old stretch-face Pelosi, Jesus Christ. That's another one. I would give Chris a handy and give him a ham to bane to wipe out Nancy Pelosi. God.
Wow, there's an incentive for you, Chris.
I'll have to think that one
Not
over.
only will you get a handy, but you'll get a ham to bang.
Well, I'll take the ham. I don't know about the handy.
Right.
But, all right, boys, I said my 2 cents for the day. Glad you're back, Neeley. No classic metal show, man. So, hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and fuck there.
There you go. There goes Lou from the Lou.
Yeah, and the fuck there in there.
Yeah, fuck there. He's in the jackal camp.
That's right.
Yeah, we know which side of the fence he sits on.
Bobby in the chat room, this guy really wants to give Chris a handy.
He does. He brought that up like 3 times. Chris,
I'm going to pass, Lou. I'll pass on the handy.
Right. All right. Well, since we're talking about racist shit and Valentine's Day is on the way.
All right.
Here's something that kind of commingles.
All right. Cool.
This is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say ever in my life, but this ranks right up there.
This is at least this week's most ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right.
And the thing is, well, I'll get into it here in a second.
Okay.
A local bakery, again with the food.
Mm-hmm.
It's either baking a cake for the gays or not baking a cake or making cookies or, something's got to be racist. Food's got to be racist somehow.
Of course. Cultural appropriation.
Of course. A local bakery has found itself at the center of controversy after a Valentine's Day cookie that was supposed to be a joke was interpreted as hateful. Hateful.
Those hate cookies.
Yes, they're hate cookies.
All right.
It was interpreted as hateful.
All right. Well, let's see the hate cookies.
Right. Ken Bellingham is the owner of the Edmonds Bakery in Edmonds, Washington, which is known for the pink frosted conversation heart cookies that are made at this time of the year every year.
Okay.
But never was Bellingham received such a big response to them as he has to a recent cookie that read in icing, "Build that wall."
Oh, my God. Are you shitting me? Somebody wants to protest this guy because he made a build-the-wall cookie?
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Come on. You're making me fucking... My brain's about to explode.
These have always been very popular, he explains. Some are a little risque, some are nice. I just try to be funny. However, when Anna Carrera saw the politically charged cookie on display, she didn't find it all that humorous at all.
Yeah, not even a little.
Instead, she snapped a picture and posted them to
Facebook.
According to the local news.
Mm-hmm.
The Facebook post appears to have since been removed.
Okay.
It's really hard to see words like that, Carrera told King 5 News. Words like that.
Okay.
Build that wall.
Build that wall. It's horrifying.
Mm-hmm. My parents were the stories you see on the news of people crossing the border just because they want to have a new start.
Okay.
Carrera went on to explain that when she said, let me start this again. Carrera went on to explain that when said with hate, those words become racist.
So what if you say it with glee? Does that make it still racist, or is that not racist?
Let me say to you, build that wall.
Leaving the show. That's fucking hateful, Neely.
Where does this logic come from?
I don't know.
I don't know anything that's racist in build that wall.
Yeah. Dude, what about these shirt companies that sell like offensive t-shirts and shit? Do these people just not know that they exist?
Why is it protecting your country's border from people just crossing in undocumented? Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows your background. You could be carrying a dirty bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that hateful to say, we got to see who you are before we let you in here?
Well, you know what, Neely? If you would watch a little more Morning Joe, you would know the answer to that. What's wrong with you? Rachel Maddow, Morning Joe, they all tell you daily. Why aren't you listening?
Yeah, I don't understand why people who live in this country, or any country for that matter, are against vetting people coming into your country.
No.
Why are you against that?
These are people that you just have to ignore. Doesn't matter how offended they're. This is why I keep saying it over and over. This is why we're at the point now where you just have to look people in the face and say, fuck you and your stupid fucking opinion.
Yeah, but see, the thing is none of these people who are standing up for these quote-unquote, these injustices, they wouldn't let these people just walk into their house and just take up residence there.
No, of course not. But that's neither here nor there. You're trying. I love when you do this because it makes me fucking nutty. You're trying to give rational justification to irrational behavior.
Right.
There's no rational justification to it. They're fucking nuts. They're fucking stupid fucking sheep that are easily led into fucking making a conclusion. None of them even believe it. Dude, how many times have we seen these videos of people when they go out there and they'll they'll get asked questions that are like opposite of what Trump is about. They'll be like, what do you think of Trump saying that he's not gonna, that we don't need a wall anymore, that we should let illegal aliens in? And they'll fucking rail against that because they're just dumb.
Yeah.
They just believe every stupid thing that they're told to believe. People are stupid.
They are.
And you're bringing rational thought into it? There's no rational thought to this. They're dumb.
I guess.
You don't agree?
Well, I agree, but it's hard for me to fathom because I don't run into those people every day.
Well, it's because you're not dumb.
I guess.
You're not, dude, in your life, and I'm not saying that you've ever done this necessarily, but I know you've encountered this. Haven't you had people that you knew in your life that you either convinced to do something or knew you could convince them to do something just because you knew you could talk circles around them?
Yeah, probably when I was younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the dumbing down of America is just giving all of those fucking dummies a voice. This social media gives all these dumbbells a voice.
Yeah.
You know, before they used to hide because they were embarrassed about how stupid they are. Now they're all out in the public saying, yeah, everything's racist. Cookies, racism. Fucking idiots.
Yep.
Just can't give them any fucking, you can't give them any ammunition. You just have to, cookies are racist. Yeah, and you're a fucking dummy. Now what are you going to say?
Yeah.
You know, you have to answer it that way now.
Bellingham maintains that he didn't mean anything by writing it on one cookie among many others, all of which had a sweeter message on them. People are just going off like they don't know anything about me, and yet I supposedly am this horrible person, he said. I did it as a joke, but it was really taken out of context, and it's not anything that I necessarily endorse. Edmund's Bakery didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. However, from the looks of the business Facebook page, there are plenty of people supporting the local shop.
Mm-hmm.
Don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong, one person assured the baker.
That was Chris A. in Twinsburg.
While others said, my husband and I would like to purchase the cookies from you and say thank you for your opinion. The country has gotten ridiculous with this narrow-mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
Still, Carrera told KING5 that there must have been an intention behind the creation of the cookie.
So what if there was? That's the real question. So what if there was? You know, dude, if there was a rally or I don't know, if there was a muffler shop, okay, because you buy mufflers as your cars need them, correct?
Yes.
If there was a muffler shop that was selling a muffler and they were like the best muffler shop, and you found out that the guy was secretly inscribing on your muffler, "Fuck Trump," would you give a fuck?
Not really, no.
You'd just be like, well, you're fucking... Even if he said it, even if he said, I'm against Trump, I'm putting Trump sticker on your fucking muffler, would you make a big deal about it? Would you go to the news? Or would you just be like, either fuck you, I'm not buying from you, or fuck it, you're cheaper than the next guy, I'll take it anyway. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'm getting my value for the money.
Yeah. And that's if people would just do that shit, it's so fucking... You know who's my hero in all this? Rick Camoglia. Rick fucking got shit on by the media, got taken to task by the fucking news media, said fuck you to all of them. He's still in business and doing fine.
Yeah, and he sold 1 million shirts.
Yeah, and he sold a bunch of shirts as well. He made a revenue stream out of it.
And he's a fan of ours.
And of course, that's why he's my hero. But I mean, honestly, forget the fact that he's a fan of ours for a minute.
Well, that's what's important to me. Just as long as there's something in it for me.
That's right. But I mean, look at what he did. He basically said, you guys are outraged. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to eat here anymore, then don't. He basically said that. He's like, I'm not changing what I'm doing for you. I'm not changing my business for you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what? 3 seconds later, after the social media thing was forgotten for the next outrage, he was fine. He did just fine with it.
Yeah.
Made some extra coin. Probably getting ready to open a second store now based on T-shirt sales.
Sure.
You know, from his Black Olives Matter shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick kicks ass, and he still comments on the Facebook now and again.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not only bringing him up because he's a fan. I'm bringing him up because he's a fan whose name I know for doing something that I totally am behind.
Yeah, and he got national attention for it.
That's what I mean. I mean, we discovered him because of what, Fox News or some shit.
Yeah, I read it in the news, and we talked about him, and somehow he heard our thing, and we invited him on. Yeah, I was on my way to work one day, and I was listening to the local radio station, and he had an interview on there, and I thought, I'm going to reach out to this guy, and he reached out to us before I could reach out to him.
Yeah, so there you go. You know, I mean, but isn't that should be the prototype for everybody now? This guy with these cookies, he should be, you know what? I'm going to make a wall of cookies and put them in my fucking window. And on every brick, it's going to say, build this wall.
Right.
And build a fucking wall and then auction off pieces of it. That's what this fucking guy should do.
Right.
He should absolutely put his middle finger right in the fucking face of the media and say, go and fuck yourself. And if you want to protest, go right the fuck ahead. Because when you forget about me in a day and a half because I'm a fucking cookie maker and not a fucking television network, then I'll be fine. You know, you take the one day that everybody's upset and you move the fuck on.
Right.
Enough of this bullshit of catering to these cocksucking fucks.
Right.
Ugh.
And the last sentence in this, according to Miss Carrera, there is some kind of hate coming from that bakery, she said, whether he chooses to admit it or not.
So then don't shop there. Why are you still talking about it, you fucking dumb cunt?
Yeah.
It's hate coming from me. I hate you.
Yeah.
Hate you for being a fucking easily led fucking twat. How about that? Go fuck yourself with your fucking need for love.
Yeah.
I need everything to be the way I like it. I need to feel good about where I buy my cookie. Fuck you. You don't need anything. Go bake your own cookies, you fucking cunt, and write on them, no wall for you, Mr. Trump. You fucking jizzbag whore. I hate these fucking people. Fuck. Why you gotta read these stories? They make me all nutty.
Well, that's the best part of the show.
Yeah, except I don't have any voice for yelling. By an hour from now, I'll be like, so what do you think of that? God.
There's just hate coming out of that bakery because he said build that wall, which is racist.
Yeah. The Hate Bakery.
Yeah.
He should name his business. In fact, I might buy that URL and point it to his.
Right.
Hatebakery.com.
Exactly.
I may do that. Fucking idiots.
I know. But it's just so funny how people buy into this attitude that if you want to, you know, do what's constitutional here in this country and protect our borders.
Yeah.
That's hateful.
Of course it is.
It's like, why did that come down to being hateful?
I don't know. I have no idea because the media told me so.
Yeah. What are you outraged about today? I don't know. They haven't told me yet.
Exactly.
So funny. All right, well, let's take a short break, and we'll come back and do some more stuff.
All right, sounds good.
Now that I got you all riled up.
All right.
You can get something cold for your throat and lube it back up.
Yeah, I need to. I'll go get some iced tea or something.
There you go. Well, what would you like to hear?
How about if we go with some, I don't care what song because I really don't know the names of them, but play me some Heathen.
Oh, Heathen. All right.
Yeah, I don't care what. Just pick a song and play it.
All right. Let's see here. What do we got here? Heathen. There we go. Heathen, we'll play something from Evolution of Chaos.
All right.
And we'll play No Stone Unturned.
Sounds good to me.
That's the one I want. All right. Here's some Heathen. We'll be back in a few. Hang tight, because we're going to bring some more racism and hate your way exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
This is Dave White from Heathen, and you're listening to this classic metal show.